A few years ago, I come across with this story which I haven't been able to forget. It's a story of Marcus Aurelius. Today, he's remembered as one of history's greatest philosophers, the author of Meditation, a Roman emperor, a Stoic icon. But what most people don't realize is that Marcus Aurelius never wanted that life. As a young man, he wanted something much quieter. He loved philosophy, he wanted to study, to think, to write, to spend his days asking answers about virtue, suffering, and what it means to be a good human being. But life has other plans. The Roman Empire chose him as its future emperor. Suddenly, instead of living the life of a philosopher, he found himself leading armies, handling political crises, and carrying the weight of an entire civilization. Imagine that. One of the greatest philosophers in history spent much of his life being something he never planned to be. And yet, when you read his writings, there is no bitterness, no endless obsession over the life he didn't get. No pages filled with what ifs, what could have been, would have happened if I had stayed a scholar. Instead, he focused on the life that's actually in front of him. And maybe that's why his words still survive 2000 years later. Because here is the truth nobody tells us. Life isn't about choosing a path, it's about losing every other path. The moment you become one thing, you stop becoming thousands of other things. When you choose one career, you lose countless others. When you fell in love with one person, you lose every other love story that might have happened. When you stay in one city, you give up the life waiting in another. Every decision is also a goodbye, and that's painful. But human beings don't just experience reality, we experience possibility. We imagine alternate version of ourselves constantly. Psychologists call this counterfactual thinking, the mind's tendency to imagine different outcomes, different futures, different version of our story. It's why after making a decision, we often reply the road not taken. Not because we are ungrateful, because our brain are built to explore other possibilities. I saw this really beautiful movie called The Comet. It's a story of Dell and Kimberly, and it's a story of their 6 year long relationship. But the film is shown through the glimpses of parallel universes and flashbacks. And in each and every world, they somehow end up getting back with each other, even after so many setbacks and breakups.
I feel like I'm in the wrong world. So I don't belong in a world where we don't end up together. I don't. There are parallel universes out there where this didn't happen. Where I was with you and you were with me. And whatever universe that is, that's the one with my heart. Are you ready? I'm just happy to see you.
It's a very beautiful movie. I will highly recommend that. Sometimes I imagine a giant library, an endless library stretching beyond what the eyes can see. And on every shelf sits a book. One book is about the version of me who becomes a professor. Another is about the version who never started a YouTube. Another version in which I have moved to a different country. Another is about the version who gave up years ago. Millions of books, millions of lives, and yet I only get to read one. This one, the life I'm living right now. At first, that thought feels tragic, but lately I think it's beautiful. Because if I could live every possible life, none of them would matter. Meaning exists because choices exist, and choices matter because time is limited. I think many of us spend so much time grieving the lives we will never live that we forget to participate in the life we actually have. We stand in the present while staring at imaginary version of ourselves. The richer version, the smarter version, the more successful version, the version who made all the right choices. But here's something I've been slowly learning: that imaginary person isn't suffering, they aren't struggling, because they aren't real. You are. And this life is. This moment is. Maybe the goal isn't to eliminate regret. Maybe the goal is to stop worshipping the possibility that never happened. Marcus Aurelius couldn't live the life of full-time philosopher, but he brought philosophy into the life he was given. And perhaps that's the lesson. Peace doesn't come from finding the perfect path. Peace comes from walking your chosen path completely, with your whole heart, without constantly looking over your shoulder. So, yes, there are countless versions of you that will never exist, countless stories that will never be written, countless lives you will never get to live. And that's okay, because your task was never to live them all. Your task was simply to live this one. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough.